Today I'm gonna run you through the budgeting template that I made for 2021, and I'm gonna give this template to you guys in the description. There's a link. I recommend you to download it now, and then as you watch me do it, you can follow along. So we first start off with the balance in your account. Let's say it's £10 for now. It really doesn't matter. So the first thing we would type is in the running balance. We would start with the £10, and then we would subtract the expenditures, and then we would add the income. So for income, let's say you've got your main job, 2,000 a month. The way you would show that across the whole year is you just drag it along like this. The bottom right hand corner, there's this little bit where your cursor goes black. You just drag that along. My months are ordered in April to March, by the way, because that is a financial year. What we could actually do here at the end is have a little sum. So I type equal sign, then sum, and then I want to select this area and sum this. So I select it, and then I close the bracket and press enter, and that's our total earnings a year, 2,400. If you have any side jobs that you do, then you could put them here. Let's say I've got one that's got £50 a month and something that's got £100 a month. I could do that as well. Because we type this formula to be the sum of this row, I can use it again. So I can grab the bottom right hand corner and drag it up. So that's really easy to get started. We can also do the sum vertically. If you want to see what your income per month is, type sum, and we select this column. And then again, we can drag it along. Take the sum here, and we can get a total sum of the entire year as well by summing this value. And I recommend when you're doing these sums here on the right hand side to do them as a row rather than summing. Let's say I were to sum this up to be this value, because we're going to be adding different rows here, and as you add more you would have to expand. Let's say this, I didn't do it quite efficiently. You'd have to expand it down to include these. So right now nothing's going to change because these values don't have an entry, but it's a good habit to include extra spaces at the bottom. Moving on to the expenditures. Let's say your rent is 400, no, gas is 10. Let's say all of these are 10 for ease. Food can be 150. So rent, we'd be paying that for the whole year, hopefully. I could do this to speed it up to 3 at a time. I'm doing the exact same thing as we did above, so we can drag it down again. So for our food, we could do with £150 a month. And now the emergency pot. This is a very interesting part. So there's this emergency pot which we're going to build up over time. We can start off by putting only £50 per month in. I would recommend this to be higher, let's say 100 actually. This functions as a pot that you don't touch at all unless you are getting in financial trouble. If you wouldn't touch it, maybe you've had a car accident and you've got damages, medical bills, anything that is essential that you need to pay, you can use it from this pot. Here we can do the sum of the verticals again, just like this. So you can drag it across, and for good habit we're going to drag this up, and our total income. I assume this to be post-tax, but I will do another video on that. I've got a good system to calculate tax. Yeah, so money left after deducting these essential expenses from our income. We want to do our starting balance plus our income of that month, and then subtracting the expenditure. For different months it's going to be a bit different, so we're going to take the running balance from the previous month, and then we're going to add. So I just typed a plus, you can see it here at the top. I typed a plus, we're going to plus the income, and we're going to subtract the expenditures. So we're going to drag this across, and we can test it by clicking on this, and you can see the different values it jumps to. So this is the fun part, investing. This is making your money work for you rather than you working for the money. I found this digital regular saver from NatWest, which I'm personally using. I'm putting in £50 a month into that. This is also kind of acting as a emergency pot because I get 3% interest on that, which is really good. I'm also doing a Vanguard ISA. So let's say I'm putting in 500 a month into this. So let's see what the balance is at the end. of each year. I'm gonna get a 6,000. On the 6,000 I get maybe 10% interest. Furthermore, we've got this technology pot just to save up for a new phone or a new laptop or headset, keyboard, mouse. Let's say we're putting in £50 a month into that. Clothing pot, you don't really need that much, maybe £30 a month. Okay, that's it. So that is our investment part. Ideally, you'd aim to invest 40% of your gross income, so that's before tax. So you know that we calculate this based on post-tax. We would have to earn more than 25,800 to have our gross income. We just take the sum of the verticals and then we sum this again, and we can see it's just over 7,000, and now we've got some money left again. So this one's a bit easier. We can just say it's this value minus this value, and this would be the same for all the months, so we could just drag it across. So for online courses, let's say maybe £50 a month you want to put towards an online courses pot. For books, let's say books is £10 a month. In-person training, also £50. And tutoring, let's say also £50. And then after deducting this, we've got money left still. So we take the money left from here minus our education expenses, drag it across here, and now your enjoy money, let's say £9. Amazon Prime, I know the student one is I think £4. This is where you can customize your expenses, and that is it. Let's finish this bit off and then we'll return to the top. Okay, so now we've finished this month. For our income, we can now say that it's the sum of the incomes in this month. Expenditures, it's the sum of each individual one, so we can click on this, plus this, plus this, plus this, and then you can press enter, and you can see these are expenditures, and our net, it would be the difference between these two, so it would be the income minus the expenditures. And this formula that we use for the net total is the same for all 12 months, so we can drag it across, and the same as for the income really, because the income is in the same cell for every single month in these cells, and expenditures would also be the same. So even though we've spent all this money, we still have £550 for free. So we can invest this in any way we want really. Let's say equals the sum of all of this, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do ask any questions in the comment section if you are unsure about anything. Give me feedback, you can contact me. Yeah, enjoy.